Hey guys, my name is Brandina, and today we're going to be talking about how to fake sounding fluent in another language. For some context, I am a polyglot. I know a couple of different languages, particularly Mandarin, Japanese, and I'm currently studying Japanese, and then not counting my home language, Teju, which is a dialect of Chinese, and then English, of course, with like a sprinkle of French and a sprinkle of Thai. Those are on my list to get to eventually, but currently the tier list is that I grew up speaking English and Teju, I learned Mandarin at school, I self-taught myself Japanese, and I'm currently self-teaching myself Spanish. So one of the things that I realized while I was living in Japan is that if you want to stay in a state of flow when you're trying to still formulate your sentences as a language learner, you should first pick up the filler words of all of these different languages. Their filler words, the agreeable words, their reaction words, the reaction sounds, because you can get away with seeming more fluent than you are if you do it. So here's an example, right? Let's say in Japanese, let's say in English, if you were to try to speak another language, like, 今天我很饿了. You know, you saying it takes you back to your kind of American state of mind, and anyone can quickly clock you that you're a language learner. Versus if, let's say in Japanese, instead of saying or you say ちょっと yeah, you know, it feels kind of, especially some of the, yeah, it kind of feels like acting them at some point, which kind of feels like cultural appropriation type, but I swear to you, it is not. You are literally adopting the rhythms of embodying their language, essentially. It's like how some people, they learn Hindu or languages in India, and when they stay there long enough, their heads bop to like certain rhythms and intonations of how you're speaking the language. Same thing with Chinese. I'm still not good at it as much, but someone gave I heard from someone on like Xiaohongshu gave the advice that for tones in Chinese, just kind of like bob your head a little bit with the tones and accents and like sharp points, and you will feel the rhythm and you will feel more natural and you know what tone to use. So similar in Japanese, let's say if someone comes up to me and is like, oh, 今日の天気はいいですね. And then I'm like, yeah, the weather is really good today. I'll be like, yeah, そうですね. そうですね. And then just me being like, isn't that, like, yeah, that is so, but I'm like bobbing my head to it too, because I learned that that's how they say it, and it just makes it seem more flow. I'll be like, でも今はちょっと暑いですね. Like, me just going as a pause, and then as I try to formulate my next words to say, oh, but the weather is a bit hot, isn't it? It kind of like helps with the flow as I'm like buying myself time to formulate the next words. So yeah, that's my advice, is try to watch some vlogs and take notes. The vlogs of people talking naturally in their language, and take notes of where they are very casual. For example, in Mandarin, I noticed, you know, in school you learn 对 as in like correct or like I agree. But in real life, they're like 对对对. Like things like that. You can look it up. I think in Spanish, I've been trying to look into words like, I remember me seeing my Spanish friend going claro, claro. It's a bit hard, but it means like right, which is, I think is like the French saying d'accord, like, oh, I agree, you know, and it's something that people say in the middle of conversations, and you just flow a lot better than getting yourself out of it. And I don't think a lot of language classes teach you that much how to embody the mannerisms of the language, because sound, even like when I'm talking English, for example, my hand is going here, I'm pointing to there, I'm gesturing, and our bodies are connected with the language. Anyway, that's all for today's video. See you in the next one. Bye. Oh, like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.